A new book is exploring the world of patients who could be in a vegetative state and are unable to communicate using brain activity. Neuroscientist Adrian Owen was able to communicate with patients by using new brain scanning technology, even if the patient was not aware of the outside world. The book is called Into the Gray Zone. A neuroscientist explores the border between life and death. Author Adrian Owen joins me now from Western University in London, Ontario. Good morning. Welcome to our program.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
This is such a fascinating subject because I think we've all at one point or another heard a story, read about someone, knew someone that was in this state and wondered how much do they really know? Tell us about the book and why you decided to go about doing this research.
Well, I've been working in this area for more than 20 years now, and I've written hundreds of scientific articles about conditions like coma and the vegetative state, these so-called grey zone conditions, as I refer to them. But I wanted to write a book that would explain all of this to a lay audience, would allow people that maybe don't have scientific training to understand what it's like to be in these situations and how some of us are working to try and make contact with patients who are lost, patients who might have some level of awareness despite externally looking as though they're entirely vegetative. So I tell a scientific story, but it's not a science book, against a sort of a backdrop of patients' lives and patients' stories and people who have recovered, people who have been able to communicate with us from the grey zone.
So what did you learn about people who are in that grey zone?
Well, I think the most important message is that not everybody is what they appear to be. So there are many situations in which patients have come to us and have been diagnosed as being in a vegetative state, sometimes for decades. We put them in the scanner here at Western, and we know now that about 1 in 5 of those patients, about 20%, will turn out to be aware, to have some awareness of who they are, where they are in the situation that they're in. And in many of these cases, these patients have been witness to every conversation, every decision that's been made about them, everything that's happened to them over, as I say, sometimes more than a decade. And I think that's really an important thing to bear in mind.
Wow. So for many who are near the end of their life, they're unable to communicate, how will this help communication with medical staff, with family?
Well, I think one of the important things is that we get the diagnosis right. So I tell several stories in the book where I went back to interview patients that we'd scanned, in one case 20 years ago. In that case, she had recovered and she told us this story. And she said, well, the worst thing was that nobody knew. The worst thing was being in this situation and nobody knew. And the day that you scanned me, I went from being a body to a person again. And what she was referring to there was the change in behavior of everybody around her, the fact that she was treated again like a person, like a thinking person with awareness of who she was and a personality and attitudes and so on and so forth. So I think this is how it will help in those cases where these patients have been lost or unidentified. We're going to be able to put them back in contact with the real world.
So where would you like to see your research go now? I'm thinking if you're able to somehow tap into this part of the brain, can you get them out of this vegetative state?
So at one point in the book, I describe a method that we developed a few years ago to actually communicate with some of these patients. And this was using a type of MRI scanner known as fMRI, or functional MRI. And we used that to communicate using simple yes and no responses with patients who were locked in the grey zone. And we've done that subsequently on many occasions. The problem is you can't go home with your own MRI scanner. It's too expensive, it's too big, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. So what I'd like to see happen is that we develop other types of technologies, things that are more portable, more cost effective, so that we can actually give these patients some semblance of a normal life back again, send them home in a situation where they could actually communicate with their relatives on a more regular basis.
It's fascinating stuff. Adrian Owen, author of Into the Gray Zone, a neuroscientist, explores the border between life and death. Thank you so much.
Thank you.